The SiGMA AGS pitch is back, and so is the stellar cast of judges that will choose this year's winner. Cal Evans, Managing Associate, Gresham International. Cal is considered one of the world's leading individuals on crypto raise and NFT compliance. Julian Buhajar, co-founder, RB Capital. Julian is a co-founder of RB Capital. He is an investor and board director to multiple ventures in the gaming, fintech, and music industries. Vinicius Moraes de Carvalho, investment partner, Ikigai Ventures. Vinicius has over 10 years of experience working as an investor and operator at the intersection of finance and tech. Aaron Speech, founder and CEO, eBet. Aaron Speech is a highly accomplished sports betting operations thought leader. Milica Kasapovic, key account manager, Ask Gamblers, Catena Media. Currently, Milica is working for Ask Gamblers as a key account manager, catering for the needs of online partners by everyday communication to maintain and improve business relations. Oliver De Bono, CEO, Wikibet. Oliver De Bono is a Chief Executive Officer with 15 years experience in iGaming. Good luck to all, and let the pitches begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SiGMA AGS pitch. We're here in lovely Belgrade. It's raining outside, but it's warm in here. And what's really warm is the competition. It's really hot, in fact, and we're excited to bring you startups and investors all under one roof today, here for not only to provide the platform for established companies to generate opportunities, but also to make connections that will help them thrive and make the businesses of today the successes of tomorrow. With that said, we'd also like to thank our judges here, Cal Evans from Gresham International, Milica from Ask Gamblers, Oliver De Bono from Wikibet, Aaron Speech from eBet, and Daniele Corzoli from Ikigai Ventures. These judges today will be judging these projects, which will be tomorrow's future winners. So we're ready to go, and the way this pitch competition works is very simple. Each presenter has 3 minutes on stage to present their project. The judges will then have another 3 minutes to ask them questions, and they will then judge the score. And without further ado, we would like to introduce the first project on stage, which is Darioland. Darioland, can you come up on stage? You have 3 minutes. Darioland is a metaverse of casinos, access to which by virtual reality headset and mobile AR phone. With VR and AR technologies, players achieve a maximum immersion and involvement in the gambling process. Darioland.
Thank you all. Can you imagine what your life would be like if every first person will spend more than 2 hours per day in virtual reality? I guess most of us are scared of this scenario, and we don't want to give up on our real world. But technological trends cannot be avoided. We can only adapt for them. According by reports McKinsey, Gartner, and other analytical agencies, the number of VR headsets will increase to 100 million users in 2026. This growth is due to the fact on scientific point of view, and people immerse in virtual reality much more than in web applications. Nowadays, more than 300 global corporations are involved into creating metaverse applications, and 10 announced new generation of VR headsets in 2024. Thus, we are on the threshold of a new global colossal market of virtual reality, and iGaming sphere is no exception. Nowadays, we have different solutions for virtual reality casino, but they are not good. They're not really good for now, because they create solution not like real casino. And my name is Roman. I am the alumni of virtual reality program of the MIT University, and today I want to share with you our future. In Darioland, we want to find sustainable way to immerse millions new users into virtual reality. Our key features is creating casino like in real life. People can play card games, can play slots, talk at the bar with a real bartender, and creating own gaming rooms. And this is only a small part of our capabilities. How you can see, total addressable market is huge, and our key target is sourceable and obtainable market, near 200,000 users, and in monetary terms, so we will plan to earn more than 200 million euros in 2027. Our target audience is online casinos, game aggregators, and game providers. Nowadays, our team of 6 members has already done a lot of work, and we are ready to discuss with game providers about implementation their solution in our virtual reality. Now, we finance this product own funds, and we create MVP, and we are ready to test this MVP between our stand. When we win the money, we will spend it on 3 spheres. First, we will develop Web3 approaches for our product. Second, we development VR spaces. And third, we launch our go-to-market strategy. Thank you.
Hi guys, if you don't mind, I want to jump in on this one. Curiosity. So you're developing the VR casino as a space. What about the games? Are you developing the games, or will you be pulling those games from providers?
Yeah, we want to discuss with providers about integration, their ready solution. Because how you can see in Darland, we create frames for slots, and now we want to find our future partners for this. And we create our mechanics for games, card games. It's our.
So the intention is to buy games from, let's say, games providers, like many over here, and then integrate them into Web 3.0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a curious curiosity, have you gotten past the security risks of this? Because you're going from a centralized platform into a decentralized.
Yeah, we understand this, and we discuss with my team about that, because cybersecurity is a really important thing for our solution, I think.
How are you going to solve for keeping the consumer engaged without having to do like remedial tasks, like walking around to try to find their slot that they want to play? Is it going to be categorized through some sort of search function? How do they switchly move from table to table?
Oh yeah.
Because you don't want it to be a regular casino, because the engagement level isn't as high as just sitting down and sitting and finding the game you want to play immediately.
Thank you for your questions. I think you can test our prototype near our stand, and in our product we create solution like wristwatch to transform near our tables, and players can use watch for teleport from different point of our VR spaces.
Thank you. Could you elaborate a little bit more about the business model? I think the slide went very, very fast. And about the initial customers you are testing your game with.
Yeah, I have only 3 minutes, and I can share with you all our business plan, and we can share with you our business model. I think now we want to start with B2B model, and we want to integrate online casino like a license and sell them solution like service as a SaaS solution, yeah.
So it's a solution for operator, or you run your own show?
It's solution for online casino.
Okay, clear.
For online casino, yeah.
You mentioned that you're speaking with strategic partners. In 30 seconds, what strategic partners have you been speaking with, and who are you looking to partner with in the future?
Can you repeat, please? I don't understand.
So you mentioned that you're speaking with strategic partners.
Yeah.
Who are you targeting, and who are you already speaking with?
We're speaking. We already speak with SoftSwiss, and now we try to create R&D experiment for them to test our target audience and create customer development for them.
Hello, my name is Jose. I'm from Switzerland, and I love poker. For the past 20 years, poker has become the most popular card game in the world, live and online. And for the same time, players have one unsolved problem. They like to play it at the comfort of and the ease of at their homes, but they also like to see the poker faces of their opponents. So today you have 2 choices. Either you can play live poker and travel to the casino, or you can play comfortable from home, anytime, anywhere. So how about the third option? In blackjack today, this option has already a huge market. So my team and I believe millions of players have the desire for a third option in poker too. Therefore, we've built our startup and our first prototype. Our system offers a 100% playable solution for what all players are craving for, to play live poker online. A real person shuffles and deals the cards, and through cameras, players can see their whole cards, the dealer, and even the poker faces of the opponents. So we proudly present you today a fully working project, even with a pending patent. Let's talk about numbers. 35% of the people say they have played poker before in their lives. So for a country like Germany, it's about 28 million. So our goal is to provide for these people a solution to play live poker, even online. How do we make money? We can have subcontractors and like a Uber system for dealers, and then we have a worldwide network of dealers. Then we can provide the whole system to subcontractors to use it for their private customers, or we can have poker as a service, which is live dealing with an hourly rate. So we are now at one step to turn this solution into the perfect product, and we're looking forward to speak to the investors who are interested to put it into the next level. So if this is any of interest for you, let me know and I'll be happy to speak with you.
So how are you going to scale the business? Because in reality, you only have just a handful of operators that are even successful in poker to begin with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your threshold for your total market cap is pretty low because, you know, for a new operator getting into the business, it's just much more profitable to go into iGaming or sports betting.
So our target audiences are poker schools who can be a very nice entry point, because the poker schools always have a big influence also around them and the big social networks. Then we have casinos who can use it as a tool for the private customers to give them a promotion. Then we have, apart from the poker business, we have a huge crowd of Twitch streamers, YouTubers, company managers who want to have tools to interact better with their community. So we go outside of the casino world to get the business as well.
Sorry, just a question. Do you have any clients or partners who've already signed up to the product?
No, we are at the very early stage. We need to develop software. Right now we are working with secondary software from other producers.
So you're still in the build stage?
We are very early stages. And we have a pending patent as well.
Yeah, I have a question on that. When you say pending patent, is it a full patent, a provisional patent, and where is it filed?
Well, we are at the stage now where we could do the final step, which is the most expensive one, of course, but we did all previous steps to ensure that this idea is for us.
I'm sorry, do you guys have a patent filed? And where is it filed?
We have the patent registration.
Okay.
We have followed up all the steps, and the last step now is to go to the countries or country groups and issue this patent, paying for each country, and of course.
So, Jose Luis, thank you. Your customer is the house hosting the game, then?
Sorry?
Your customer is the house hosting the game.
My customer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It can be up also if we speak about poker as a service.
Yeah, it's a service for them. It's clear. How do you make sure that the houses using your system are real houses, are not a scam or something, or you just don't care?
No, we will have a procedure to get them in. It's like a franchising system, so they get their table at their home, and they can tell us the availabilities, and from there we will get them to do the job.
So I just have one last question, and I know we're running out of time. One of the biggest issues, if your target market is the casino market, a big issue for poker was always collusion. Have you got any plans to tackle collusion?
Hi everyone. So I hope you're all familiar with the game called poker. So yeah, well, I'm Andrea Santino, the CEO of Pokeload, and this is my team. Today we're gonna talk about Pokeload. So what is Pokeload? I'm guessing right now everybody's thinking, oh, another cliche platform to play online. Well, no, this is not the case. We're here to build an online community and ecosystem to improve the offline world of poker and the land-based operators. So let's say tonight you want to go and play poker in Belgrade. You come across many questions, like where to go, visibility of current games and setups, seat availability, customer satisfaction, and then if you decide to travel to another country, again, that's from the beginning. So as a result, you either seek to play online poker or you leave the casino left unsatisfied. And this ends up waste of money and time, which means also there is money left on the table for the land-based operators. So this is where Pokeload comes into picture. We have developed a business to customer model. We have a player relationship management system dedicated for the land-based operators and dedicated for the land-based operators and a mobile app for the players. We offer two options for the land-based operators, SaaS subscription and white label, and we have also two options for the players, a freemium and a premium model. So as a result, we've managed to automate the entire end-to-end poker end experience, so journey, which means that now players can navigate through a local game directory. They can select and reserve their seat or group up and request for a new game, pay for their poker chips, and book online through the app for an Uber driver, and scan QR code to confirm their seat and chips once they arrive at the casino. So what's in for the casinos? They can advertise games, send push targeted notifications to the players, loyalty scheme where casinos can cross-sell their other luxury services and other casino games, digital service desk, and customer feedback. Our competitive advantage is that we are the only ones who have managed to automate the end-to-end journey, which brings us to the top of our competition. For future, we plan to have affiliate marketing, poker news, live streaming of main events, side betting on the live streaming, and then master classes and ticket crowdfunding. We have managed to take part into global, worldwide known exhibitions and to accelerator programs. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you please tell me how you are planning to build the database of casinos for your application? And is it free for players or?
So basically, the database, you mean like a user database? We offer the player relationship management for each individual casino with their own account, and they can manage their poker tables, their users. They can send them personal push notification according to each person's likings. What was the other question? Sorry, the second question?
Is it free for players?
Yeah, it's a freemium version and a premium version. So everybody can use it for free, and we have also a premium version which unlocks extra features.
How are you going to get this to profitability? Because if you look at other reservation booking companies like OpenTable or Yelp, it took them 5, 6, 7 years to get to profitability and billions of dollars in marketing, and that was in the restaurant industry. Everybody has to eat. I would say this is a very niche product. How are you going to get this to scale to profitability?
Well, the profitability for us is the user volume. So as many customers as we get more software subscription based or white label, which is
triple the size, annual size that we earn on an annual basis. And then also we have a premium version for the players, which is like Spotify, $5 per month, and it gives them all extra features. So yeah, the user volume will definitely determine the profitability of the company. As much customers as we acquire, that would be, yeah.
So I'm a little confused between this direct business and the white labeling. It seems like if you're white labeling, you're kind of, if I take a booking.com and then giving somebody the tools to go out and create a direct competitor to what I'm trying to build, how are you going to manage people just basically taking what you've created and removing you from the equation?
Well, it's not removing me from equation, it's just selling the code, but anything with upgrades, updates and everything, they need to come back to us with a charge. We give the casinos a white label, and we give them also 1 year free of software subscription for Pokeload to see what are the benefits out of this. Because as you all know, Pizza Hut has also got their own app, but everybody's using the integral app that has all providers on it. So we want to deliver that message to the casinos as well. If they want, they can get a white label, but later on down the line, they will understand the benefit of this.
Super quick, what is your estimated marketing budget? Because I think the biggest cost here is player acquisition.
To be honest, our marketing budget, it accounts to be about 100K euros.
Hello. My name is Otman, and I am the CEO of Ninetales. So the gaming industry is huge. It's more than $300 billion, but there is a problem in the gaming industry, and that is there aren't that many monetization options for the gamers. So take Airbnb, for example. It is so successful because it allows the monetization of unused housing space. Twitch allows the monetization of gaming times, but only for a small fraction of gamers. With Ninetales, we want to allow the monetizations of the gaming experience and knowledge. So how do we do this? We are building a card game that mixes between the fun part of traditional TCGs and the competitive and financial incentives that we can find in a game like poker. So the idea is that we mix those two to obtain a new game where players can have fun, own assets, and do different things, and also they can own these assets. So we are targeting at the same time the traditional gaming market with its $300 billion and the iGaming market and poker players with its billions of dollars too. So our game has been in development for almost a year now. We have already built a demo version of the game that is playable and you can access it. We have a community of around 100,000 players, and we launched the demo for the community for a fixed amount of time, and they were able to play it, thousands of players, and give us positive feedback. We are going to launch an alpha version in a few months from now. So our business model is based on 3 pillars. In-game transactions, so we sell assets, cards, NFTs, and other things. Secondary market monetization, we take a cut because our assets are NFTs, we take a 5% cut on this market. And then the compete to earn, this idea that players, when they own the assets, they can compete with them and play in these competitive games, which allows them to earn even more money and cryptocurrency, just like in poker tournaments. So our team contains around 20 talents. We have our 3 founders who have years of experience in the cryptocurrency domain. We are backed by a renowned French VC. We have raised more than $500,000 to NFT sales. So just to finish, we are raising $1.5 million right now for our seed investment. And the main idea that I want to end with is between a game that is fun and a game that is fun and where you can earn tokens, earn money, and earn cryptocurrency, what are you going to choose?
Thanks. I want to kick off with this one. How much have you raised so far?
So we raised $300,000 300K in a pre-seed idea stage funding with a renowned French VC, Aglaé Ventures. Then we did NFT sales to our community where we raised $500,000, so 500K, and now we are looking to raise 1.5 million to boost the project to the next step.
So it 300 raised, 500 in NFTs, so 800, and you still need another 1.5.
Well, with the 800 that is raised, we built a community of more than 100,000 people following us, and we built the prototype of the game. We have 20 people working full-time. The money that we are raising now is to finish the development at the game and do the marketing side with the token launch, because we are cryptocurrency market too.
So when you say your community following you, is this social media followers, or are they actually signed up to the product?
So we have social media followers that are following us on different social media platforms. We have Discord members that come daily to the Discord, see announcements and participate in the updates of the game. And we have also the NFT buyers, so the NFT community with more than 2,000 buyers with an average basket of $250 per buyer.
At peak, when you were running this in your demo mode or your alpha, at peak, how many players did you have?
So when we did the demo, we only opened it for our community and a small number of different communities, including a poker community in France, which gave us very positive feedback. We had 3,000 players in this closed alpha, and we have a good retention, very good feedback, with hundreds of feedbacks about the UI, what we can improve and what they like already. And so now for the open alpha version, we are looking to start with 10,000 monthly players, and this would be recurring players that we know that will invest in the game.
And what platform is this going to be available on?
So right now we are partnered with Polygon Studios. So the Polygon cryptocurrency is helping us to launch our product on their platform. But the game is built on Unity, so it will be playable on PC and on mobile. And you don't need to own a crypto wallet to start the game, because you start as a free-to-play player.
Could you elaborate more on the mechanism for gamers to earn the NFTs?
Yes, so the idea is that if you buy a card in the game or any asset, it gives you points that allow you to play competitive games like tournaments or other competitive games. When you get into these competitive games, if you win, you can earn back the money that you spent to buy the card, but even more if you are very good. So if you want to keep playing competitively, you have to keep buying the asset. It is not gambling per se, because we are actually selling assets, and the competitive side is something that we give on top as a revenue sharing model.
And the game is yours, you developed it?
Yes, the game is ours, built internally with our team.
You know it works with games that sometimes they vanish because they are not fashionable anymore. Do you plan to create more games?
Yes, the idea is to expand the model once we prove that it's working with this game.
Hello everyone, my name is Sean McIntyre. I am the co-founder and CTO of Gamble.io, the blockchain you can bet on. We are building a blockchain platform for the gaming industry with services such as sportsbook, casino games, lottery, poker, and more. Why apply blockchain technology to the gaming industry? To me, it's a match made in heaven. Blockchain is all about processing transactions at a low cost with greater security and maintaining censorship resistance. I think it's time now for blockchain products to tackle traditional industry and serve users on a global scale. The gambling industry is highly competitive but also very lucrative. I think the door is very much open for a company that takes a more user-oriented approach. By harvesting the advantages of blockchain technology, we can create services that are lower cost, which for the user means better odds, more secure, provably fair, and an all-around better end product for the user. We can do similar for operators. We can reduce costs and lower the entry barrier for the industry as a whole. With the Gamble blockchain, users can bet with Gamble coins. With our initial product that we have planned, which will have gaming services that will be run by Gamble ourselves, all profits will be destroyed. So that is to say that they'll be removed from the total coin supply. This means that over time, as more betting happens and the demand for coins increases, the actual total supply of coins decreases. I think this is a great value proposition for holding Gamble coins long term, whether you're a user, operator, or investor. We have a highly experienced team, even though we're only a startup. Our CEO, Mario Farini, who's the director of IGA Group and the reigning SiGMA Consultants of the Year here. Our CSO, Carl Peplo, is formerly of the MGA, and it's his responsibility to guide us through the muddy waters that exist in both of these industries. Our product director for poker is Martin Jacobson. I can't think of anyone better than a world champion and a player advocate to help us design what poker can look like in the future. If I can, we're currently seeking funding to advance and complete our initial product and to bring it to market. If I can leave everyone with one statement that has served me well in both the blockchain and the gambling industries, is that you always want to learn from the past so that you can bet on the future. Thank you very much, and I'm open to any questions you may have.
Yeah, are you familiar with a company called Fans Unite?
Only slightly.
What's that?
Only a small bit.
Yeah, so they had millions of dollars investment and were working on this for years and couldn't make it work because the bets just couldn't get placed in a quick enough time through the blockchain. How are you going to solve that?
I actually worked for a previous product that had the similar problem in 2017, 18, 19. I think if you look at the evolution of layer ones now, the scaling and data latency issues are largely of the past, and I think that we're creating our own platform that is specifically focused on the gambling industry, so we're not going to have people selling JPEGs of cats and whatever clogging up our blockchain.
So I want to jump in. So the platform itself is decentralized, right? So the PAM, the player management system, is also decentralized, correct?
Yes.
So how are you, just out of curiosity, how are you going to get a regulator to approve a decentralized PAM?
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously it's the elephant in the room for blockchain itself. I would, it's mostly our CSO Carl's plan in that regard. But I think if you look at how regulation is going in blockchain, I think the current focus is correct, which is on the on and off ramps to the ecosystem through exchanges, payment providers, and so on. For the actual regulation of, say, random number generators or whatever, of course, that has to be approved.
But the random number generators on the games provider side, yes. But my query is more, if you have a decentralized platform, you'll need, for example, to be regulated to be able to take payments, to be able to plug in games. You need a centralized system that is also replicated within that jurisdiction. So as a decentralized, let's say, platform, how will you tackle the requirements of regulators to say, your player database must be X or here?
I think it's something that has to be progressed over time. For us, our view is, given the lack of proper regulation around blockchain, is we want to be proactive in potentially forming a new regulation for the likes of the MGA in how they handle blockchain products. I know they've tried already and it wasn't super successful, but I think things are moving in the right direction in that line. And I think blockchain and globally accessible products are very inevitable. And it's really the regulator who has to catch up to the technology. And yeah, we want to engage with them and lead them in doing that, as opposed to running wild and then have them come clamping down, in an extreme manner.
Yeah, just quickly, what's your revenue streams?
So the revenue is mostly from our possession of Gamble coins as a team, but also the integrations for external operators should they wish to. Thank you.
$7.3 trillion. That's the estimation of e-commerce sales in 2025. 85% of e-commerce sales happen on marketplaces like Amazon. And every day, 2,000 new sellers register to become sellers on Amazon, spread across 20 global marketplaces. See, Amazon have created an unprecedented opportunity. Simply plug in your products into the marketplace and start selling almost overnight to a loyal global audience. But what Amazon and marketplaces have failed to provide are the necessary tools, data, and information for these sellers to succeed. Sellers still need to download Excel and CSV files in order to figure out things like, how much money am I making? 90% of Amazon sellers fail within the first 120 days of starting their journey and lose up to 10,000 euros in investment. We at Sellers Society want to reverse this trend. To do so, we developed a smart dashboard that integrates into an Amazon seller's account and in real time provides the information that they need. Fast, accurate, easy to understand. We launched our MVP 2 months ago to 140 early users. And so far, our users have been able to get 150% extra profit, 25% reduction in their ad spend, as well as 2 times more reviews on their listings. Sellers Society was also added last month to Google for Startups, one out of only 20 companies to be added in Europe. We know what it takes for Amazon and marketplace sellers to succeed. We are sellers ourselves. We started our journey 2 years ago by developing a vibrant online community, which is currently serving as our main sales channel. And we are focused on 2 regions, Africa, Middle East, and Asia Pacific, 2 of the fastest growing regions in e-commerce in the world and the most underserved, basically a blue ocean of opportunity. Amazon and marketplaces have made it fantastic for anyone to start selling. We want to make it also an opportunity for them to make money and succeed. My name is Crystal. I'm the founder of Sellers Society. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Could you tell us what is your plan to conquer that market? What is your strategy to go out and find your first customers? And by the way, how many first customers you already have?
Well, like I said, we started an online community 2 years ago. We have about a following online of 100,000 followers in the region where we are trying to expand. So already that puts us ahead of any other competitor. We also are looking to work with affiliates and service providers in order to get more users on board.
Okay, but the model you say is subscription-based.
Yes.
Is it a freemium model, like you have access to certain features at the beginning for free and then upgrade?
Exactly. We want to create a reverse funnel because we do believe that sellers need to use the platform in order to learn exactly how it can benefit them. So it's going to be a reverse funnel where they subscribe for free in the beginning and then upgrade in order to get better.
What is your conversion ratio at the moment?
Our
conversion ratio?
Well, at the moment we're still at an MVP stage. We still haven't launched. So our conversion rate is right now at 35%, which I think is okay for this type of business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a question.
Yeah.
So currently you're targeting Amazon and Shopify sellers.
Yes.
Is your intention to expand that into other marketplaces?
That's a beautiful question. Thank you so much. Yes. So we currently have talks with Jumia, one of the largest African e-commerce marketplaces. And it's actually quite interesting because marketplaces, you can develop API integrations quite easily. And we want to develop those integrations for eBay, Etsy, Jumia, all of the major marketplaces so that we can expand our user base and also help our users expand their selling platforms.
Quick question on this one. So you're going to go global. You're an MVP one.
Yeah.
You're about to launch.
Yeah.
What's your user acquisition plan? What is your estimated marketing budget? Because it's going to cost you a fortune to bring these players to the table.
This is a very big problem that sellers have. So we know by just placing the issue in front of them, this is not something that you would casually need. This is part of a toolkit for a seller to succeed. So we believe by acquiring these customers and getting them on board, they will eventually use the software the way that it's intended. Our marketing strategy is basically by acquiring everyone online. Like I said, we have a really vibrant online community, and part of the community is becoming our ambassadors as well. But we do know that major amount of money we need to spend is on marketing for sure.
What is your fundraising roadmap?
Right now, we're part of Google for Startups. We're also part of Wise Guys Accelerator.
Hello everyone, my name is Javi Telorio. I'm the CEO of Lead Lab Games. And well, actually, what is Lead Lab Games? We are a publisher that are aiming to 3 markets: e-sport, gaming, and blockchain. But why? Why are we doing that? Well, actually we spotted a big problem right now with gamers. That is that they are not monetizing their time. Even less than 1% of the people is monetizing what they do on video games. You have to be like a content creator or a pro player like Dota, those players, and that's a big problem. Another one is that the new upcoming NFT games are really bad. They don't have enough quality, and then you become like, there's a big mess between tokens, metaverse, different blockchains, so that's why we're developing our own layer 1. So these 3 markets in total are around like, it's a trillionaire market. And I don't know if you know, but it's a bit shocking that almost half of the population in the world are gamers. It's like 3.2 billion people, something like that. Our business model is based on that. It has 4 legs. One of it, in-app purchases, you may know from another video games. Another one, the publisher fees. We're not focusing on doing just one game. No, we will add another one and we will develop in-house another video games. Then we have the tournament fees. So in order to go into a competition, you have to spend the token. And the winner will take the rewards for that. And you can make your own club and make your own community. And then we have the sponsorships. There are some sponsorships in gaming that they cannot go there. So in our video game, they will be allowed to go in. Our first video game is called Cyber Titans. It will come up in September, really soon, because we have around 90% of it complete and is running. It is a very simple game to play and very complex to masterize. It is a mix between chess, poker, and card games, where actually you can see here the preview that we have right now. And we could be using like euros and dollars in order to play this game, but no, we're using a tokenized economy. We're using our token in order to approach a target for gamers and a target for crypto people. It's like you can invest in our project because you believe in that, or you can play and you can earn money. And then we are like giving also DeFi strategies into that in order to make some staking, buy NFTs, you can sell them and afterwards, because everything is your own property. Right now we are like doing every point of the roadmap. That is not a very easy thing to do in gaming, to be honest. And our alpha version is coming up on September, and the final version will come on January with both PC and mobile phone features. Our team has worked in Barcelona, Ubisoft, MGA, and right now we are more than 30 people in-house working every single day on this project. And well, you can see some of us here. We have Ryzen right now 1.85 million, if I'm not wrong, because yesterday we signed something. And well, we're open to give some equity, but right now all the cap table has more than 96% of the equity of the project. So thank you very much, and hope you join the new generation of gaming.
So is your goal to launch this game and then run the business yourself, or are you looking to possibly partner with larger casino providers to have this on their platform as like a poker substitute?
You know, we are a startup and we are open to everything. We have changed our minds based on the market, so we will not have any problem on working with casinos or working with big publishers afterwards, so we're open to everything, for sure.
So just going on your finances, you've raised 1.8 million, correct? How much of that have you actually spent to date?
We have spent 1.35, 1.4, around that, but we have enough money to finish the product and start having revenues, but we want to exploit the market, we want to smash marketing and make new games and be bigger. That's why we're sticking to that.
So the game is pre-launch, you don't have active users on the product yet?
No. Right now it's going to be launched on September, 13th of September.
Okay. And what is your estimated budget to go to market? Marketing, shows, expos?
If I tell you the truth, we could go today to market. We could go today to the market right now, but the more money we have, the more spread we will have. Here I have the CMO there, and we'll be spreading into Asia because I think it's a really good market for that, like mixing this gambling stuff and gaming. So we don't have a budget that we have to achieve because we have it right now. But the bigger we get, the best things we will do.
What platforms is this game going to be available on?
Actually, we have our own client, our own launcher, but we have a partnership with Elixir, what is the kind of Steam, but in Web3. But actually, you can implement this everywhere. It's like if a casino comes here and wants to join our tokenized economy, we can implement that with have in-house everything, every technical part, so no problem with that.
So I'm just curious, who is your target market? Because in one hand you're talking about casinos, very unique. In the other hand you're talking about play-to-earn gamers, also very unique. They don't cross over, so who are you targeting?
Exactly, but this is not a play-to-earn, this is a win-to-earn, because as we saw from before to now, like this play-to-earn were a kind of Ponzi scheme. But here we're very clear. Someone is losing, someone is winning, and then in every game there's a boarding fee. So all the community is earning just by the value of the project. The more games we have, the more games that are played, the better for everyone. So our target are people between 20 to 45 years old that have been gamers, and someone said at home, like, I would like to bet on my game. I would like to earn money. 99% of the, more than 99% of the gamers are not monetizing their time. So we have a big target right now.
How are you going to regulate smurfing on these games?
We have already talked with the CMV of Spain, and they told us that there is no problem at all right now because we are not considered gambling, we are not considered security, so we are a utility token. But for sure we will work on that, and that's why we're looking smart money in this time with you guys. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sami Sipilä. I'm the CEO of Housemaster. As we know, iGaming is a very established and profitable industry, but it doesn't mean that, like with new innovations, we cannot make it even better. So at the moment, we estimate that there is more than $100 billion of idle assets sitting on the iGaming accounts across the global operators. That means with today's DeFi yields, we are talking about an opportunity cost of more than $10 billion per year. Housemaster aims to solve this issue. So Housemaster will enable operators to actually start providing yield to their players through a simple solution, in addition to provide gaming with more than 40 different currencies, and we are adding more all the time. Why would the operators start to provide yield to their players? It's obvious. First of all, your players are now getting more income, which means that their lifetime value is increasing. You can as well believe that if the players are receiving more yield from their iGaming operator than from their bank or investment manager, they are very likely to invest even more money on the platform. For players, yield, free money, yay. One major factor is as well that now we are actually providing a real reason for a player to transition from fiat to a crypto. We are driving basically mass adoption of crypto by providing clear benefit of using crypto instead of fiat. Thus, the operators will as well benefit in the future from significantly lower transaction fees. How does Housemaster make money then? As I mentioned, there is a massive lost opportunity cost. Our goal is to make money from 3 different sources. Spread from the yield, small transaction fee from the crypto swaps between different tokens, and then we are launching as well our own iGaming operations as a proof of concept, because as we know, iGaming is a market where you have to have very well proven and established ideas to enter actually. And last but not least, we have gathered a very strong team of iGaming operator, iGaming affiliates, finance, blockchain, DeFi professionals. Thank you very much, everybody.
How can you guarantee a return in a bear market like we're experiencing right now?
We are not guaranteeing the yield, so the yield has to be unless we receive a fixed yield. So we operate with yield providers as our partners. At the moment, we have a contract with one yield provider that works with several centralized exchanges, but we are looking to make more contracts with new partners that are able to provide us yield in the future.
So, very important question. So just to understand the business model, are operators expected, let's say, to transfer the unused or the stagnant funds into a yield account? So those funds must leave the operator's accounts.
Yes, so those funds have to leave operators' accounts, and players have to be doing, it has to happen so that player actually does it. So it works exactly like in centralized exchanges at the moment. If you look at crypto.com or Binance, where you have actual yield account where you can deposit your assets.
Okay, who is responsible, just out of curiosity, because you're asking an operator to tell their player, look, you've got 10,000 euros stagnant over there in Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. So you will give the player the option to to transfer them into a yield account. But who is responsible ultimately? If we're giving the player the ability to choose, the casino is still responsible to guarantee those funds.
So obviously there is a disclaimer when the player is moving, just like in centralized exchanges as well. So the moment that you are actually moving your assets to a yield account, it is not anymore on the exchanges or casinos' responsibility.
Just a question. How are you going to convince casinos to do this? Because unless I'm missing something, and keep me honest here, guys, you're basically saying, give us this $10,000 that's on deposit, give it to us, and you might lose it. You might never see it again.
No, the player has an option on the front end of the casino to deposit to yield account their assets. So you can keep it on your gaming account, just like before, or here you can earn 10 to 12% yield per annum for your stable coins that you wouldn't be getting otherwise.
I will connect to Oliver's question. So when the money leaves the operator's platform and goes into other funds, it's you doing that, right?
No, so it is Housemaster solution that actually enables the channel to yield provider. So at the moment, we are obviously using existing API of existing yield providers. So Housemaster is just a piece between.
Yeah, so I run an iGaming company, and my whole goal is to have people not take their money off of my platform. What would be the incentive for me to let them go put their money into another account easier than withdrawing?
So the game player can at any time take the money back from the staking account and start playing with them.
Hello, SiGMA. We're Insider CX, and we help gambling operators capture, analyze, and act on player feedback. I'm Nico, I'm the founder, and before founding Insider, I was developing feedback systems for companies such as bwin, Sporting Bet, Party Poker, and Party Casino. So starting with some problems that gambling operators face. First of all, it's player churn. We all know it's a volatile market and that players will leave you at the slightest sign of dissatisfaction or friction. Second one is loyalty. So it's hard to sustain a high customer lifetime value, especially if you don't know your customers' needs in depth. Third one is competitor tracking. So knowing where your player base is, if they use any competitors, which ones and why. And all of this oftentimes leads to guesswork instead of data-driven decision making. Our solution for that problem is including the players in the loop. So listening to their feedback, analyzing it, acting upon it, and if the actions are correct, this yields in growth and in a positive ROI. So how does it actually work? The base of everything are touch points between the operator and the player, so like a game, bet, or a call to customer support. After this happens, we trigger invites through mobile channels, generating 5 to 10 times better response rates compared to email, and automated feedback collection. So you would get 24 hours after the game, let's say an SMS, and then answer about some aspects of your customer experience, also share maybe which other operators you're using. And once the data is collected, it's then paired with the data that operator already has about the player. So like gender, age, customer segment, to be able to basically drill it down and analyze the different parts of their business. The last step is action enablement, so enabling different teams to act on real time on customer feedback. Our most prominent use case with our clients is preventing VIP churn. So once we identify a VIP churn, an urgent customer support ticket is opened so they can follow up and reduce churn. What's it in for the operators? As already mentioned, reduce churn, ability to collect first-party data, uncover the loyalty drivers, track and benchmark satisfaction across different parts of the business, and also track their competitors. Why us? We are a turnkey solution. We also share our domain expertise in terms of customer experience. We are omni-channel, so we can talk with the player anywhere they are. And last but not least, it's a proven approach, but it's not there yet. It's mostly used by Fortune 500 companies because of the high costs associated. And we want to change this with our team and empower everyone to deliver a top-notch CX for their players.
I just want to jump in on this one as an operator. Where are you in the product? Is the product live? Do you have any live operator clients yet?
Yeah, we have some live operators in the region.
Can I ask how many operators and which regions you're working in?
So in the Balkans, we have currently 3 operators and several in negotiation. We have launched in Q2 this year, our full-scale launch, and raised our seed round in Q1.
Based on those operators, do you actually have live data on the reduced churn rate?
Yes.
Can I ask you what that number is?
Yeah, it's 2 to 3% of improvement in the churn rate. It doesn't sound a lot, but when translated to money, especially in VIP players, it's impactful.
You have to excuse me because I've never operated a casino, but where is the advantage to a casino using you guys over developing their own in-house solution? Because I presume a lot of casinos have their own communication, their own touch point, their own user engagement team. What's your USP and why would a casino go to you guys as opposed to using their own team?
Yeah. You can use off-the-shelf solutions. They're limited to email only, and then you encounter the problem of the low response rate. What we do is we include mobile and in-app channel, and currently no other CX provider has this integrated.
What let's say is actually very interesting because eventually an operator would be able to, let's say, replicate the model. Do you do cross-border data? For example, if you're working with 4 operators, you're gathering data points, I assume, from all 4 operators to improve each of their experiences.
Yep, I mean, through our system we can send messages to over 140 countries, and obviously benchmarking to different markets is a part of that.
Question, so you're messaging them directly through your platform, yes?
Yes, but it's all white labeled. The player only sees the name of the operator.
Okay. Clear.
Same for the survey.
I'm clear on my side.
I would like to ask the judges. We saw a very varied mix of startups here in both the gaming and sort of blockchain space. We're noticing that the worlds are coming together. What were your general thoughts about the pitches that you saw today? Cal, I'd like to start with you.
Yeah, I always have mixed emotions about white labeling stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I can see the benefits of it, but I'm more of like a user and then an enterprise model versus let's build it and then let's go sell it kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough. Again, it could be the industry is built on white labels, but I agree with you. To find a Facebook, you can't sell 20 Facebooks and then expect one of them to be that. So very, very true. What about you, Daniele? What was your thoughts about the projects in general that we saw today?
To be honest, I didn't hear the question.
What was your thoughts about the projects that we saw here today?
Still.
What did you think about the projects we saw on stage, the different pitches?
I mean, I think that the trend is pretty clear. We are trying to give solutions to traditional problems through new technology. I mean, this very show is proving that the worlds are converging. I also see that technology is not mature in many senses, especially when we speak about transition towards Web3 and metaverse, NFT. I mean, what we see here is very brave attempt as a pioneers, and we need to support that. But there is such a long path to reach the maturity that we see in traditional gaming ecosystem.
So to grow a company is going to take a little bit longer than just like coming out with a startup pitch that we have today. We have to move to an adoption rate, so to speak.
I think so.
Now, Aaron, from your side, you've started a company which has gone on the NASDAQ and is in a very new market. I see projects like this. Can you see any of them growing up and being the next NASDAQ IPO?
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of the pitches that we saw today, what I would caution against, just from my own experience, is, you know, trying to trend towards something just because it's popular now. Things like NFTs and decentralized and metaverse and crypto. I think a lot of that's just buzzwords. And if you're basing your whole business idea on that, just to try to jam it into it, I don't think that's going to be a very successful strategy. If you can just use fiat currency to execute your idea, you probably should. You should only be using, you know, crypto, NFT, VR, meta, if it's going to actually be a value add to the product.
I agree fully over there. Now, Alicia, you saw a lot of projects here which were in a different space to the sort of the affiliate space, which is somewhere where you come from. Was there anything that you could see applicable to your industry or something that would sort of change your industry that you saw here today?
Well, I can see that there is a lot of problems how to move to the next level and how to have better security when we are talking about new technologies. I think that's the main problem and the main reason why affiliates are afraid of crypto and NFT and everything. So I think that is a big question that we should talk about, and I'm glad to see that a lot of people are trying to go there, but I think that we are still not ready to, let's say, be a metaverse industry. I think that we have like 5 years more to wait.
It very well could be the case. Now, Oliver, I heard you mention the word regulation like 6 times over this. This seems very close to your heart, and with all these new crypto projects moving into the gambling space, how do you think they're going to solve these issues when it comes down to regulating gambling and crypto?
The issue for me right now is you can have a really good business model, and some of the business models we saw today, they're good, but they are reliant on regulation changes. You can't have a decentralized platform if the government or the regulator says, well, we're not going to allow that to happen within our space, which means you can't access the payments, you can't access the games, because ultimately without the license you can't. Though I do see that there is a future for this market. I think there's a lot of, you know, things that we need to tackle. There's a lot of adoption happening. I think Aaron is right. Don't just do things because they're buzzwords. You know, NFTs, blockchain, they should be an ancillary to a good foundation. So the biggest problem is if your product is reliant on a regulation change, then it's like I'm designing a house in an area I can't build a house under the assumption that the government's going to give me a permit to build. It doesn't work. Doesn't mean it's not a good idea and its time will come. But a lot of good ideas take a long time to go to market. And then the second thing I've noticed here today is a lot of businesses, especially startups, underestimate the go-to-market cost. Building a product is one issue, but the go-to-market cost is insane. Just because your product is ready, it doesn't mean it's going to generate revenue. 25% of online casinos fail when their product is ready. They're not bringing in enough players. Their churn rate is too high. Their bonus values are too high. The point being, it's not about getting live. It's about a long-term business plan. And it does take a lot of trial and error to get there. So it's a question of having a good foundation with a long-term plan. It's not going to happen overnight. So, you know, a lot of startups need to say, how much money do I need for the next 2 years of marketing? And that's a very big question here today.
Now, I have one question for everybody. When you're looking at these projects, what is the 2 key components each of you sort of look at before you say, you know what, I'll put my money there? We'll start with Aaron, for example, starting in the center here. 2 key components that you'll look at to invest in a project.
Yeah, scalability.
Okay.
And if they have a proper marketing budget in place, kind of like Oliver was saying.
All right.
I can't remember which company, but one of the companies had a $500,000 raise. $100,000 was going to go towards marketing. That's just not going to cut it. You're going to need to probably spend $300,000 of that $500,000 on marketing and cut your labor costs down to $200,000, because that's just the reality of the situation. Your labor should never be more expensive than what you're spending in your advertising. So I would say I'd like to see more on how they were going to execute from the marketing perspective across the board on all the products.
Alicia?
Yes, I must agree with that. Definitely, there is the most important thing is how they are planning to, in terms of marketing, present and scale their products, and of course the idea as itself. I think there is a lot of good ideas here, and not only on this page, but there is a lot of good ideas hanging over there. Just need a better perspective to see how they will work on.
Well, it seems today that ideas were the topic of the day, and ideas seem to have won this. And in fact, we do have a winner, according to the judges. The votes have been tallied, and we would like to announce the winner of the SiGMA AGS Startup Pitch is none other than Nine Tails. Congratulations to Nine Tails, the winner of the SiGMA AGS Startup Pitch. Please come on stage. Congratulations. A couple of words.
Thank you, everyone. So I'm totally going to improvise. Thank you to the judges for their challenging questions, very good insights, the discussions. Thank you to all the people present here. Thank you to my co-founder there, the team of 20 people working full-time, really day and night to make this project advance and to make it happen. I totally agree with everything that was said. I think that one of the main ideas that we have seen is that a lot of people use NFTs, blockchain, just as buzzwords, while we are really trying to use them as a tool because we see a problem, we see the solution, and we see the NFTs as just the bridge that brings us to this solution. Thank you again, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Our winner